Hi, welcome to another Eco Tips edition of ecopenny. This time I'm going to review my lawnmower. Had it for 4 years, so it'll be a 4-year review, and I'm going to have a look at the new battery I bought for it. So I bought this lawnmower in 2016. It's a Ryobi RLM36V 46L. So it's an electric lawnmower. It uses a rechargeable battery. And the rechargeable batteries can be used in other Ryobi power tools, which is a great idea. So the one battery can be used in a few tools, or if you've got spare batteries, you can use those in your other tools as well. So the advantage of this one, you don't have the fumes of a petrol lawnmower. There's less maintenance. I'm going to change the blade on it because it hasn't been changed in 4 years, so that'll be another video. So blade's on order, but there's less noise, less fumes. Easier to start. You don't have a pull cord or anything. Just press 2 buttons. So I really like the electric one. So basically I've had this for 4 years. It's had trouble-free use. The battery still works that originally came with the lawnmower, but it doesn't last quite as long. So I thought I'd get a new battery for a spare, and also because the one that I got just wasn't quite lasting long enough to do the whole front and rear lawn. So this one's relatively lightweight. You can pick it up and carry it. You can fold the handles. To fold it up, just loosen these, undo the quick release. Do these at the bottom, so these just come out. And you can just unscrew these a bit. If you want to transport it, or you want to just store it in a tight space, the handle folds down and the catcher compresses down on top like that. So it's quite a small package if you've only got a small shed or a space to store it. So this folds completely flat on top of it here, so you can transport it in a car. The catcher comes off too. It's got a 55 litre catcher. It's only 92 decibels in volume. You get your clippings in there and empty them out, so you can either compost those clippings, put them in a green bin. If you just want to do some mulching, so you just mow the lawns and let all the clippings stay on the grass, it's got this insert that comes with it, so that inserts into the hole there to plug it up. So I'll just do that. So there's the little plug in the back. So in that mode, if you just want to give the lawn a quick trim and have all the clippings just fall onto the lawn, you can do it that way. So usually in winter, if I'm giving the lawn an occasional trim, I'll put that one in, and for summer it comes out and the catcher goes on. So my lawnmower came with a charger as well. So this is a new battery I've got. It's a Ryobi BPL3650D2. Paid for it with my own money, $256 Australian. So the old battery that I had, it's about 4 years old. It still works, but it just doesn't last as long. So I thought I'd get a new battery, rechargeable battery. We've got a life of about 3 to 5 years. So 4 years, it's getting a bit old. And I thought it'd be handy having a spare battery. So this is the new one in all its glory. It's still the same 36 volt battery. Good thing with Ryobi, it's still compatible with lawnmowers and other tools from 2010 onwards. So it's got the same base plate, the same connections. Just have to excuse my finger, cut myself making lunch. So that's a good idea. You don't have to throw away the whole lawnmower just to get a new battery. The new battery is compatible with my one that I got in 2016. So that's the old battery here, and the new battery. So, new one just looks a little bit trendier, same size, same 5.0 amp hour capacity, 5.0 amp hour capacity. So I'm going to try out the new one and see if it does last longer and it has more power. So this is my brand new battery I've got. They have a battery indicator on them, so if you just hold that down, shows you it's got the 4 dots lit up, so that's fully charged. So what we do is lift the lid, pop the battery in. So you want to put it so that contact section goes down, it just threads on, clicks in. You've got a safety key, so if you've got children you can put the key away so you can't start it without that key. So this one's really good, it's got a power indicator here as well. Hold it down, so I've got 4 green, so it's fully charged, so you don't have to bend down and access the battery there. So it's quite easy to use. What I do is put the battery in, put the key in, and to start it, you hold this button down, and either that button, or the 2 ones here. So you have that down, and either one of these down, and once it starts you keep one of these buttons held down. So for safety, if you let go it will turn off. So just hold down that one, starts, let go, and it turns off for safety. You've got your adjustable height here, so that's number 5, the maximum height. You can easily drop it to really low. I usually leave it on 3 if I'm cutting the lawn. Feel at that height, probably about 1 inch there, 2.5 centimeters is quite adequate. So I love the height adjuster, it reminds me of a Ferrari manual gearbox. Nice sort of gate action. I like the styling of it, looks quite sporty. This has got a 46 centimeter width, and it also cuts fairly close to the edge here. So you get a really nice cutting section there. For safety, don't put your fingers anywhere near that blade if the battery's in or the key's in. So I'm going to replace this blade soon. That's about 4 years old and starting to get a bit worn, so that'll be another video because that's on order. But with electric lawnmower there's not many moving parts. There's a blade that you replace every so often, and the battery that you charge, but no spark plugs, no air filters, no oil to change. Quite low maintenance. So the lawn's quite long now, so let's get some mowing done. Catcher goes on quite easily, clicks in. Especially with the Australian sun, don't forget your safety sunglasses, protects your eyes from flying debris and UV, and a hat. Don't forget sunscreen for your skin. Don't forget some gloves too. So as you can see, it does quite a good job. There's a long grass there, it's not been cut. Nice freshly mowed lawn there. So this little flap here, if it flaps open like that, you can still mow. Once it stays down like that, it means the catcher's full, ready to be emptied. So I'm going to put mine in the green organics bin. So that's a job well done. I've done the front and rear, and I've still got battery to spare. So I've done the front and rear, and I've still got a quarter battery left, which is really good. So the new battery is performing better. It's more than enough to do the front and rear. So the only con I would say with the lawnmower is these buttons are a bit hard to hold in. The old style one, that's a few years old, I think 2008 or something, had a bar here that you held, and the metal bar was a bit easier to hold. So these, you've got to have fairly tight grip. If you let go, the lawnmower turns off. So that's probably the only disadvantage I'd say. Otherwise, I'm extremely happy with it. The battery comes out, you just got to press this little tab at the back. Battery comes out. So it's a good idea with these batteries, let them cool down for about 10 minutes if it's been a hot day, because that's going to prolong their life. The newer one's more tolerant of that, but I think you should still let it cool down. I'm going to leave them for about 10 minutes and put this one on charge, and I've got the old battery charged as well, just as a backup. So the battery's cooled down now for 10 minutes. So it's a similar mechanism. Button goes towards you, slide it on like you're sliding it into the lawnmower. Once you click it in, it starts flashing here and here to show it's charging. When you've got all of these green, then it's fully charged. So usually I'll leave it overnight. It probably takes an hour or two to fully charge the battery. So I'm pretty happy with the new one. Lasts longer than the old one. I've still got the old one as a spare. So it's not a sponsored video or anything, but I'd thoroughly recommend the Ryobi battery powered lawnmowers. I've got the 36 volt, I'd recommend that with a brushless motor. It's got a bit more power and grunt. You can get some 18 volt Ryobi ones, but I'd recommend those just for a small yard only. But a standard backyard, I'd go the 36 volt, and the new battery's going great. So I do prefer the battery powered lawnmowers, so less pollution, no greenhouse gases emitted when you're using them, less noise, they're easier to start, and you're just using a little bit of electricity to charge the batteries. And if you've got solar power on your house, you can use the solar power to go towards charging the batteries to make them even more environmentally sensible. But it's a really good package of the Ryobi, and I'm really happy with it. Catch you next time.